back at it. We back at it like we never left. Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day from 7 p.m. till around, on weekdays we do it from 7 to 8. The thing is, for those of y'all who don't know, I do need y'all to know that we will be changing our time starting next Monday. Now, the thing is, I'm not really sure what time we're going to start because we made some adjustments at my job. Things are a little bit different. So I'm working a new shift. So instead of third shift, like I've been working, there you go. Instead of working third shift like I've been working, I'll be working second shift. Second shift, segundo. So it's a little bit different. So whereas I was, my hours before is I was getting off at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what time I was getting off of work. And so, doing this at 7 o'clock at night was the most logical thing for me then. But now I won't be getting off work till 9:30 p.m. So, needless to say, we won't be here at 7 o'clock no more. The question is, what's the best time that we're going to be on? Will y'all be here? Will y'all still be here, be up, be ready to still come through and for us to do what we do? I know y'all always support in one way or another, whether y'all support live or whether y'all support on the playback. But I'd rather y'all be here live, but I won't be able to do it at 7 o'clock p.m. Even if I took a break at work, I ain't gonna be able to take no hour break, and I'm not going to be at a place where I would be comfortable doing the show because things we talk about are things we talk about. So that's between us. I'm doing this show with the phone instead of my camera because, like I said, I'm having work done on the house, major work, and this place is a mess. It's crazy, all this dirt in here, all this dust and all of that. So I got to do this thing with the phone in the meantime, until they finish doing what they got to do here so I can get cleaned up. And the cleanup effort is going to be to FEMA proportions. You know what I'm saying? FEMA might have to come in here and clean up this mess. But nonetheless, so Friday will be the last weekday that we will be on at 7 p.m. So, of course, I'll announce that tonight multiple times. I'm going to announce that tomorrow. I'll announce that Friday. When we do it over the weekend, I'll announce it then if we have weekend shows because, like I said, I'm still getting work done here and I can't be in the way of that or whatever. So if the Saturday show is up in the air, not for the future, but just for now. So what do y'all think, man? You know what I mean? What do y'all think? Carol Chamber, let me favorita. Carol Chamber, let me favorita. Well, the good thing about this whole thing is that I can move this back a little bit. We can get a little bit more view. All right, yeah. We get a little bit more view. The phone camera shot is so limited. I'm used to the wide shot, the pan shot. But it's all right. We're going to do what we got to do. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is Daily. The Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about vengeance with a purpose. Vengeance with a purpose. When you feel like you're justified in getting somebody back, like the same energy that you feel like somebody gave you in order to mess things up for you, or to mess you over, or to mess you up, or to screw you over, you feel like you are justified by God in the universe. God in the God in the universe has sanctioned you to do what you want to do, and you want to come through. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like vengeance, like you, not vengeance is mine, but vengeance with a purpose? Like, I'm not just doing this to do it. Like, I really feel like this is the right thing to do. If I let this thing go, if I don't get this person back, if I don't give them a taste of their own medicine, and if I don't feed them back, then I'll be doing a disservice to nature, mankind, humanity. So I gotta do it. This is bigger than me, son. This is bigger than me. I gotta get them back. You know, vengeance with a purpose. Like, I'm not just on some old, you know, you can't do that to me type time. I'm not on that. Like, I'm doing this because I really feel like this is the right thing to do. And if I don't get this person back, then that's just co-signing them to mess things up for everybody. And you know, when you say vengeance with a purpose, when you say vengeance with a purpose, you might not even really feel like you are getting revenge on somebody. You might feel like, nah, I'm showing this person how things are supposed to be. Parents actually do this with their children. I know my dad, not so much my mom, but my dad was, I ain't gonna say that he was vengeful, but I ain't gonna say that he wasn't vengeful. He would do certain things to get you back. Like, all right, if like my dad had a thing about washing the dishes. Okay. My dad had this thing about washing the dishes. And so if you didn't wash the dishes, let's say you used a cup or a glass or a plate or something like that, and you didn't wash that cup, plate, or glass, well, it might come up missing. So one time I had this mug, and somebody had gave me this mug. It was nice. You know what I mean? This mug, it said Leo on it. You know, I can't even remember who gave me it. I think somebody who worked at our office for a little while gave me the mug. It was a Leo mug. It had a lion on there drinking coffee. It was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? And I think my dad mentioned something about the mug. I can't remember exactly how the story went, but I remember the mug came up missing. That I remember, because at the time I used to drink coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore, but at that time, on Fridays in particular, I would always get like a black coffee. That was like, for me, that was like a few shots of liquor, because it was all black coffee, and they would have me flying on Fridays. I'd be at work like, yeah, no, literally, I would literally be flying high at work on Fridays, off of coffee. So, like I said, this mug was missing, and I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, well, who? In our office, there were only a few people in our office, and I was the only Leo in the whole office, in the whole family. Like, ain't nobody, like, if you see a Leo mug, you know it has to be mine. And like I said, the mug came up missing. Maybe a month later, I find the mug. And the mug had a plant growing in it. Real shit. The mug had a plant growing in it. And I was like, now, to this day, I can't remember why he did that, but he definitely did it. I was like, yo, who planted out of all of the coffee pots? Because my dad was a farmer, so he knew how to grow plants, grow food, and he was a farmer, literally. So I'm like, so I knew it was him. My stepmom, she wasn't into that shit. So I knew it was him. I was like, this man planted a plant, a flower or something in my coffee mug. And I'm wondering how many times I walk past here without noticing it, because I'm looking for it in the kitchen. I'm looking for it in the dry rack, for the dishes. I was mad. I was seeing red or whatever, but he got me back. And I don't even remember why. But now I'm ready to get him back for getting me back for whatever, because I thought that was real petty. And at the same time, I was like, damn. He made his mark. Like, you keep leaving your dish unwashed by the sink. All right, I got something for that mug. Now, if you wanna take the plant out, and I remember my sister got in the way. She got in the way, like, well, Omar, you don't know. I was like, he ain't denying it. He ain't denying that he did. I was mad at my dad. Oh my God, I was mad as hell. And this is while I was still in my 20s. Definitely. This was while I was still in my 20s. So this had to be like around 1990. I'm going to say like around 1997. It had to be like around 1997, because this was before or right after my little niece was born. So maybe it was 99, somewhere, whatever it was. I was mad at me some him, but he made his point hard. I bet you, when he talked about washing dishes, or at the very least, I was watching out for mine. I looked at my dad differently after that, because he didn't make no big stink about it. He ain't say, well, yeah, I'm going to get you back, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. It was vengeance with a purpose. Like, all right, you want to be a slacker? Okay. You want to blow me off, acting like you ain't got to do something that I asked you to do? Okay, no problem. I got this for you. Like, what you going to do? You want to fight your dad? You really want to do that? I was mad as hell. It was crazy, but he got that. Let's see, Mia Cunningham, what's going on? And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's up? Mia says, I would have been pissed that it was my favorite. Pissed ain't the word. I was incensed. I was incensed. I was mad as hell. Because I'm like, you ain't have, not only was it petty, but it was effective. And ain't nothing worse than somebody who does something that's petty that you really wouldn't think about doing, or that you don't think should be done, but you realize like, dang, but that was a good one. That was a good one. And honestly, I would have never thought of doing no shit like that. Honestly, I would have never thought of doing nothing like that. You know what I mean? Right. We was definitely totally different when it came to something like that. It was crazy. Carol said, but you got the lesson. Oh, I got the lesson. But you know what? I still wouldn't do that. To this day. I understand him doing it to me, but then again, I didn't really understand him doing it to me, because I didn't think I deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But that mug, I could have My sister was the one that kept me from throwing the plant out. I was like, he ain't give a shit about my mug. Why should I give a shit about his plant? I was hot. But anyway, that was a little bit of family drama. You know what? Yeah, that had to be later on, like maybe like 1999 or something like that. It couldn't have been. When thinking back on it, it couldn't have been 97 because my niece was born in 97 and she was already about 2 or whatever. So maybe it was 99 or something like that, just before my sister started working for the city. Matter of fact, hold on. We gonna see. Let me see if she remember this shit. This old crazy shit. Hold on. We might get a little live exclusive. Hold on, y'all.
Omar?
Dal.
Why are you calling me?
Wait. Watch your mouth. Hold on. First of all, we live. You know what I mean? So you're on live. But I brought up this little scenario back when you was working at the office, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, when did you start working for the city?
Oh, in 2000.
The year 2000?
Yeah, at the very end.
All right. When did you start working for us?
In November.
In November of 99 or 2000?
Of 2000.
Okay. All right. Do you remember when Daddy planted a plant in my mug? I had this Leo mug that I couldn't find, and he got me back for something. I can't remember what it was, but I had been looking for this mug. I think somebody gave me this Leo mug, and Daddy did some slick shit. He planted a flower or something in the mug.
Oh wow!
And I was ready to destroy the plant, and you stopped me. You was like, "No, Omar, wait, don't do that," because I was so pissed. But I couldn't remember. I was talking about it on the show, and I couldn't remember exactly what year it was. I was thinking 97, but I was like, no, because Summer was already born. And
see, wait a minute, you have to think about it. I worked there right before I had Summer.
Okay. All right. That clears up things a little bit too.
Yeah, I worked for Daddy, and let's see, I had Summer. I worked for Daddy in 1996 to 97, and then I went on maternity leave.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Because for some reason, 97 was making sense to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So then you raised Summer. But you must have came back to the office for a little while.
I was off for a while. I think I took off for about 6 months.
Yeah. All right. All right. But I guess you don't remember that time. But that was some crazy shit.
Yeah. I just remember what I did to you, really. Come to think about it.
You know what? We ain't gonna get into that right now because I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No. What did you do?
The soup with the broccoli in it, and you wouldn't give me the broccoli, and you went and you was praying over your food. You remember I used to go to that Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Around the corner.
Yeah.
And you would get that vegetable soup.
Uh-huh.
And it would have broccoli and all that stuff in it. And I kept saying, Omar, give me a piece of broccoli. You kept saying no. And then you went to pray. And I went to grab the broccoli. You had your eyes closed.
Yo, what kind of family do I come from? Who steals a man's food when he praying over his food? So I'm imagining myself like, well, huh? How you remember something like let me get you off of this show. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? All right, thanks. Thanks for the info though. Appreciate it. Love you. All right.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
I'm done. Shut it down. Who steals a man's food while he's praying over his food? I'm starting to think my dad wasn't my real dad, but my sister was definitely my dad's child. Because, see, me, I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm not doing nothing like what they do. You got my dad planting a mug in planting a flower in my favorite mug. Now you got my sister admitting on camera, audio, that she stole my food. She stole my broccoli from my vegetable soup while I'm praying. Like, how long was I praying? How long does a man have to pray to be able to get his food stolen? This is like some lions and hyenas shit. You know, while the lion was chilling, you know what I mean? He was taking a little break on the food. You know what I mean? He just got finished serving up some gazelle ribs. And here come the hyena like, yo, the lion chilling. We gotta eat too. Yo, grab a foot, a rib or something off of that gazelle. That lion full. You know what I mean? If he really wanted to keep that gazelle, then he would have kept eating. I mean, he's saving nothing for them lionesses and cubs. Anyway, vengeance with a purpose. Have you ever felt like you needed to get back at somebody for something that they had done to you? Have you ever felt that way? And I'm sure that you felt that way. What makes the difference is how far you'll go with that. That's what makes the difference. How far will you go with making sure that you serve somebody up something that they did to you, or serve them up something that they for something that they did to somebody else? How important is it to you to make sure that somebody gets their just desserts? Like, is that going to make you feel better? And that's what I mean by vengeance with a purpose. I know for me personally, I don't like to do anything that doesn't make me feel better about myself. That's why I would never engage in, like, I don't know, you know, sometimes niggas bust out windows and slash tires. I'm like, that's some female shit. I would never, ever do nothing like that. There's no way I'm going to destroy somebody's property. I don't care how much of an op they may be to me or what they've done. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to destroy your property, because that property may mean something to somebody else as much as it means to you. Plus, I don't feel like I'm getting you back if I destroy your property. You know, for me, I mean, I understand why females bust out windows and spray paint cars, and you know what I mean, because their feelings are hurt and they feel like, well, he probably cheated on me with this car because he loves this car more than he loves me. You know, so, you know, women will often go after what a man loves more than her in order to get back. So I get it for them. That would never work for me. No. I wouldn't care if you cheated on me. You cheat on me with another dude. I ain't gonna feel better about beating the dude up. He doing what a man do. He might have known about me. He might not have. But him knowing about me didn't make her cheat. It ain't gonna work. Now, trust me, I'm gonna make sure that I get mine, but it ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna do that, because it ain't gonna solve nothing. It ain't gonna make me feel better about myself. So anything of a feminine nature or whatever, you can pretty much count me out of it. Like, because I don't want nobody being like, yo, O must have some sugar in his tank or something like that to do some shit like that. What kind of bitch ass shit is that? I don't know. I guess I don't really think that way. So, but vengeance with a purpose. You might really feel like somebody had it coming, and that's what you need to do. Like in the case of maybe a pedophile. In the case of a pedophile, I fully support the community, you know what I mean, putting the ass whooping on whoever is doing that. Because what he has done to even just one child or one minor affects the whole community. Because that child will never be the same. That child may choose not to have children because of what happened to him or her. Or that child, you know, that child is going to interact with other children who have been through that same experience, and then they all going to be fucked up. So so that type of vengeance with a purpose. Yeah, somebody is out here, you know, stealing ass, taking ass, you know, being a rapist or being a child molester or something like that. I don't have no sympathy for that. Whatever comes to him, and whoever is the family of that victim or victims, they have every right to retaliate to the fullest extent of how the fuck they feel about it. I can't say the fullest extent of the law, but I can say fullest extent of how they feel about it, because that's what's going to take over. Your feelings are going to take over in a situation where you are protecting somebody that you love, particularly your children. I watch a lot of nature videos, and you watch how mothers of every species protect their young. Mothers are the protectors. I know that men are supposed to be the protectors of the entire family, and they will be. But in our community nowadays, you can see we're kind of going against nature because we don't have the man in the house to do the protecting. But even in nature, where the father may be there, his primary role is not to be home to protect the children. His primary role is to go out and you know, bring home the food, or make sure that the perimeter is safe from all intruders. But the mothers protect their young right there. Like, you know, with lions, and I watch a lot of lions videos. I do. I love lions. Ain't like other cats. They're different. Other cats are reminiscent of house cats. Tigers remind me of house cats. They fight like house cats. They stand up on they hind legs, and they fight like they standing up, like on some like a house cat. Lions don't do that. Lions do not do that. They fight on all fours. You know what I'm saying? They try to make sure that they bite that spine out to paralyze you, or they go for that neck. You know what I mean? Immobilize you. And they often fight in packs. But like I said, so I could understand a mother doing whatever she feels like she needs to do in order to get somebody back that has harmed her child, whether it's in real time or in retaliation. So I get that part. So that's vengeance with a purpose to me. Like, yeah, well, he or she had it coming. So, you know, me and my peoples, we can't get my child's emotional health back. That's not available to us. They took that off the table. So we have to take your ability to live as a fully healthy person. We have to take that off the table too. And we might have to, you know, do something to your emotional health too. You know, put you in a position where you scared and looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life. Yeah. Just like my daughter or my son will be always weary of that situation, even if they don't remember it. Because sometimes things happen to children when they are very young, and they are able to block it out of their minds, but it comes back. You know, the mind doesn't have the ability to totally forget. It doesn't have the ability to totally forget what has happened. So it comes out in other ways, other more destructive ways, horrific ways, bad dreams, addictions, you know, gang affiliations, or submissiveness, masochism, all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, let me see what y'all talking about. What up, Tanya Respis? Mark it with a T. Good to see me. Some you. Carol says I'm petty like that. So you would have did with my dad. I mean, you know what? Cheryl says that was so funny. You should have gave her some broccoli. You know what? I don't want to talk about that no more. She going to hell for that. Don't you see? Sure, don't you see? My sister is going to hell. There's nothing she can do. And one of the main reasons that she's guaranteed to go to hell and is not heaven eligible is because she remembers doing that. She remembers it vividly and clear. Like, yeah, back in 1999, I stole my brother's broccoli while he was praying. So, see her in Judgment Day. Get her, God. Get her. Mia says siblings definitely do stuff like that to one another. Carol says I'll hide your stuff and swear I didn't see it. Okay, so now I know you be lying. All right, Cheryl says that depends on the time. That definitely depends on the crime. Oh, well. Mia says I've thought about doing things, but I usually don't follow through. Vengeance brings more vengeance. I think some dark things that scare me and speak. I'll let God fix it. I wish I could think like that sometimes. I mean, I don't be putting nothing in God's hands. I'd be like, yo, he works through me. I'm gonna get this nigga. He's working through me. He wants me to get him, and I'm gonna get him. Mia says a lot of females in the wild go out and hunt and teach the adolescents how to hunt. Sorry, I like talking about animal shows. Cheryl says, Omar, she might have said a prayer for their broccoli too. Plants have brains. You ain't got it. They can say their own prayer. They can say their own prayer. They need her prayer. You know what? I'm gonna try to let it go. But in the day of judgment, she gonna have to answer to that. She gonna have to see the Lord in the day of our Lord. She's gonna have to answer for that. But vengeance with a purpose. Like if you really feel like you have the justification for getting somebody back, then more than likely you're going to follow through with it. The thing is, not everybody thinks on the same rational level. So where I might think that I'm justified in getting somebody back because maybe I feel like I'm a decent person and maybe I really don't be messing around with nobody, or screwing nobody over. Maybe I'm not that type of person. Maybe I feel like I'm justified in getting somebody back. But everybody isn't like that. I've seen people who are straight grimy, straight slimy, backbiters, backstabbers, and I've seen them talk about getting somebody back. I'm like, get somebody back. You should have crosshairs on your back. Everybody should be getting you back. You have done nobody right. You've done everybody wrong and nobody right. So that's one of the major problems that can occur when we're talking about vengeance with a purpose. Not everybody is on the same type of time when it comes to that vengeance or the right to even think in that direction. So we got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful. We got to be careful. Cheryl said, you didn't even remember. Yeah, but she ain't have to remind me. And but sure, you got to think. I didn't remember. And just like I was saying, with kids that have been through really, really traumatic, abusive situations, sometimes they block it out of their mind too. They block it out of their mind, but it comes out in other ways. You know what I mean? You might be wondering where your anxiety comes from, or your fear of the dark comes from, or your fear of swimming comes from, or your fear of heights, or your fear of the boogeyman and all of that kind of shit. It could have been because somebody really, really frightened you with that when you were younger. They traumatized you, and it might have been so bad for you that you know how kids are. Kids, they have that fight or flight syndrome. I mean, should I say that fight or fight response? So in a situation where a person can't run, they have to either fight it out or they have to block it out. And I know that everybody watching this show right now or later on has had some shit that they were unable to deal with, that they blocked out. Some things you can't deal with. Some things you can talk to people about or feel comfortable talking to people about, and some things you don't feel comfortable talking about. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm speaking about this, talking about Vengeance with a Purpose, you would almost think that I was justifying some people who have shot up schools or public places or whatever, even though they said that they were diagnosed with mental problems and all that stuff. But I don't want to in any way lend any type of justification to what somebody like that would do. And I'm not going for that. Well, they was bullied in school. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But psychologically speaking, it could explain, not justify, but it could explain why some people exhibit certain behaviors later on in their lives. Behind every little quirky thing that we do, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason for that. And we may be too young to remember the reason. But somebody who was older than us, who has observed us, whether they are still here in this world or not, somebody knows why you do every single thing that you do. If you have a younger brother or a younger sister or whatever, and I mean significantly younger. Well, I don't mean like a whole generation, but let's say you have like about 4 or 5 years on them. So you really remember when they were babies, even though you may have been young yourself, but you saw them grow up, and you're going to remember things that happened to them from birth to year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Those times when a lot of children forget certain things that happened to them. So certain traumatic things have happened to them, they may not remember, but their mind remembers, and it may come out in another way. So we have to keep that in mind. So as we're talking about Vengeance with a Purpose, I wanted to kind of keep it light, but just like every time that we talk to each other, certain shit comes out. For those of y'all who weren't listening to the show, looking at the show from the beginning. All right, so I got a new work schedule. So I'll be getting off of work like about 9:30 p.m. So we won't be meeting here at 7 o'clock anymore. So we're going to have to do the show later, or do the show before I go to work. That's not going to happen. Now, I know it did used to happen back in the day when we first started out, and, I was doing the show at 6 o'clock in the morning. And shout out to y'all who used to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, get up and rock out with me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing it no more. I will be getting blessed with some nighttime sleep again. I'm kind of looking forward to that, but I don't like this shift. Second shift that's the bullshit. Second shift to me, that's when you go to work too early to take care of business and you get off too late to take care of business. So with all of that being said, I'm not going to do the show in the car on my way home. But don't quote me on that, because I'm thinking if I did do the show in the car on my way home to when I got in the house and continue it from there, that would probably save me a lot of time. So that might be an option for me. Like start the show while I'm in the car, and then finish it when I get in the house. Y'all know when I was working second shift before, in a couple of years ago in 2021, that's what I was doing. So yeah, we reserved that option, and I might have to to explore that option, do it like that. So I'll keep that out of there. Other than that, I would probably start the show at 10:30. Give myself like a half an hour to get home. That time of night, you don't really have to worry about a whole lot of traffic or anything like that. So that's not an issue. So we're gonna see, man. We gonna see. We're gonna get it together. The show must go on. I'm gonna miss being here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we and I don't know how long I'm gonna be working this shift. I ain't gonna lie, because y'all know I've changed jobs a good many times since 2017. So if things ain't really working out, y'all know I'll have a new gig. You know what I'm saying? New gig, new salary, new life. And but we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna give this a shot and see how it goes. So look for me like about 9:40-ish. Give me a chance to get in the car, roll on out, roll on out. But if y'all have like a better idea, like maybe you should just wait till 11 o'clock and do the show. I'll stay up. We'll stay up. Let me know. Let me know what the best option is. This show doesn't get in the way of my life. This show is my life. This is what I would rather do for a living, for real. And 9-to-5 life. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The bills gotta get paid. And this don't pay the bills. But I hope that one day it will. Oh yeah, Mia. Yeah. And Cheryl, yeah, y'all was definitely there. 2014, 2015, yeah, at 6 o'clock in the morning. So when I started working in Delaware, I switched it to 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was doing 2 hours a day. If y'all remember that, those shows wasn't no hour. They was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? Jump out of here, eat, and head up 95 South, head down 95 South. Okay. But if you remember, but the shows at 6 o'clock in the morning, they were short, half an hour. Had to be to work at 7. I break out of here at 6:30 and be at work by 7. Walking in there at 7:25. I mean 6:55. All right. Okay, let me see. Carol says so. Wait. Carol said, so you saying that broccoli was a trigger for you? Really, Omar, shaking my damn head. You know what? You always trying to make light of some situation. This is serious. You know what I mean? Next time you need a shoulder to cry on, yeah, I'm going to suggest you go ride a horse. You know what I'm saying? Horses have shoulders. You can cry on a shoulder of a horse. Yeah, you can do that. Mm-hmm. All right. You don't realize what I'm going through. See, I knew ever since 1999, I knew something been going on with me, and I couldn't figure it out. Now I know what it is. All right. Show says, right, Carol? She could have made that story up, but now he's traumatized. You should buy us some tomorrow and let that one go. I semi-remember this. You know what I mean? I semi-remember it. But she didn't get me back for nothing. How you get somebody back because they didn't give you a stalk of broccoli? That's insane. It's insane. You know what I mean? Because she was greedy. I had to. That's insane. All right. I would have felt better if it was like a pork chop or something. But broccoli? All right. Mia says, damn, I'm going to miss the show altogether. I'm going to have to catch it later. I work nights. Man. Emily says, whatever you do it safely. Safety first while driving. Yeah, but driving safely sucks. But no, that won't be a problem anyway. You know what I'm saying? But good looking up with that. Carol says, what time do you go into work? Supposedly 1 o'clock. So I'm supposed to work from 1 to 9:30. Now, they wanted like 2 to 10:30. I was like, no. I said, I'm not starting this shift. First of all, I didn't want to do the shift. They literally bullied me into doing the shift. Like, yo, it's a long story. But they bullied me into doing the shift. I could have threw it off. I could have blocked it and all of that. But I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna play. We're gonna do this. This was actually supposed to have happened all the way back at Memorial Day. So they said, no, we'll wait and we'll do it at the end of the summer. So we'll do it in September. So it's supposed to happen September 1st. Here we are, the 27th. But Monday is the day it's supposed to be official. So 1 to 9:30. Now, I started to tell them 12 to 8:30. Take it or leave it. But they didn't really want me to do it from 1 to 9:30 because they was like, but that's really running in the first shift. That's not a full into second shift. I said, take it or leave it. That's it. No later than 1 o'clock. If you say 1:30, because it was like, oh, half an hour don't make a difference, right? Like I said, yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. I don't like the way 10 o'clock sounds. 9:30, it rings a lot. It's gentler for me. It makes me more agreeable. Saying that I get off at 10 o'clock makes me feel angry. Just like in the morning, I get off at 6 a.m. Like that speaks to me. I'm like, 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still nighttime. Like I still, in the wintertime, I'm like, I still get some nighttime sleep if I go right home, jump in, which I do. 7 o'clock, 7:30, that's when all of that rush hour morning traffic is going on. Ain't nothing worse than morning traffic, especially when you going home. Going to work, you can expect that, but going home, like you want everything out of the way. I got to get to the shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to the nest. All right, Emily says 11 o'clock. These people be in the bed. I'll probably be the only one up. Yeah, I know you be up late. So, but I did a show. I used to do a show. I did the Urban Therapy with Sun show on Wednesdays before at 11 o'clock. And that thing was jumping. People was loving that. They were like, oh yeah, this is the time to do a show. I was surprised how many people came and showed up. And this was just when I was on Blog Talk. Nah. It was I was on YouTube. No, I wasn't on YouTube. Not on YouTube. Facebook Live. I was on Facebook Live. Yeah. All right. Cal says, sounds good. I like horses. Okay. Care Bear says, do it at 7 from your car. No. Not gonna happen. Beat It by Emily. Huh. What up, Beat It by Emily? Thanks for coming through. Said, can you give me a shout out? You just got it. Beat It by Emily. You got a shout out. Beat It by Emily. All right, that's what's up. But yeah, so we about to get on out of here in a minute. But yeah, man, like vengeance with a purpose. Vengeance with a purpose. Do you feel like you're justified in getting somebody back? Do you feel like God got your back if you get somebody back? The universe got your back if you get somebody back. if you serve up those just desserts, do you feel like God in the universe is going to handle as you dismantle, take them apart, do it from the heart? They shouldn't have started with you. So you got them back. Ooh, now they are hurt and they don't understand, but you had to get them back, my man. And if they do it again, it's a sin, but you gonna make sure you raise the flag. And when the beginning of things is very important, you gonna make sure that you shorten the lifespan of that shit they doing, and be mad as hell. You glad that they banished from the, and they ended from the. You know what I'm talking about, that you feel like that the universe got you back out. Emily said, ain't but one Emily, stop playing. Oh, yeah? Well, funny you should say that, because one of our go-getters who has now become our ancestors used to go on our hikes with us. May she rest in peace, Emily. That's why when you came along, and I was like, so they sent another Emily. Yeah. But Emily used to go on our hikes with us. She was good people. So there has been at least 2 go-getters that were Emily's. And possibly there'll be 3. You know what I mean? So Emily, are you Emily Beated? Beated by Emily? Is that you? Yeah, I know you remember me talking about her. So are you beated by Emily? Emily be playing the phones like, look, I'm signed in here and there and there and there and there and there. I don't know. However it go. Thanks for coming through and supporting. Appreciate it mucho. We about to do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here, man. About to do these birthday shout outs and get on our route. Okay. So, but yeah, the whole, vengeance with a purpose. Are you feeling that? Have you felt that before? I mean, honestly, I feel like if you're going to get a person back, you shouldn't be worried about right or wrong. If you getting a person back, you getting them back. There's a difference between getting a person and getting a person back. If you're getting a person back, that means that person has done something to you. It might be personal, but they've done something to you that warrants you rebounding on them. If you're just getting a person, then you might have to check yourself to see if your get back, or your get, I should say, is grounded in truth, in justice. Is it justifiable? Is it? That's what's we ain't gonna be battling with no Emily's in here. That's what we not gonna do. I mean, you already stamped. You already stamped. Students' birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number 1 out the box, Lisa Y. Risco. And I guess it's Lisa E. Risco. And also Ani Z. Ani Z turning 53 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Chanel Jones, happy birthday to you. And Princess S.A., happy birthday to you. And Donald McIntyre, no relation. But what up, guys? Turning 60 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And also 3 the Hard Way. Happy birthday to you. And Malika Bruce, happy birthday to you. And Maurice Desern, happy birthday to you. And Dominic Wooden, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, been a go-getter for a long time, my man Daryl Bell turning 63 years. Daryl Bell turning 63 years. Daryl Bell turning 63 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 27th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead, turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. I rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, I said, listen, man, listen, man, I got to get it back to the cat. I got to get the guy back because the cat was whack and he did something that made me have to get back. And I'll attack just like I was a lion. And I ain't lying about nothing. You shouldn't have been trying to God because I'm going to go hard. And if you try to come at me, you're going to get scarred. And I feel no remorse about doing what I got to do. And of course, my peoples understand when my ways get a little ill. And I'm about to do something that's extremely real to anybody who tries to cross my path. And you can do that shit, but I'm going to get the last laugh. And I'm going to tell everybody the deal. Because you can't fuck with the God. The God is real. And I know that I've been sanctioned by the best and the most high. So by the time I die, I won't have to be answering a lot of questions. But for right now, don't give me a bunch of suggestions of how come I shouldn't get the nigga back. Because I'm going to get in that ass and I'm going to rip that crack. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Get It Missing show. So make sure y'all come through at 7 o'clock. But just remember, on Monday, it's going to be different. Ain't going to be nobody here. But we'll be here. We'll be here before the night. Before midnight. I bet you that. We'll be back. We'll be back. Yo, man. Love is love, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all back to life. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right. So, peace, y'all. Till tomorrow. One love, baby. One love. One.